A sick looks for a healer, and Jesus, the divine doctor, approaches the sick immediately and heals. Bartimaeus, a blind beggar who longed to see the wonders of the world, but as a blind man, he sat by the roadside. He might have lost his total hope to see again, but he heard that Jesus of Nazareth was passing ahead with a crowd. Bartimaeus then began to shout and said, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." Many in the crowd told him to keep quiet, but he cried out even more loudly and got the attention of Jesus, the divine healer. Now a question may arise within our hearts. Why did he raise his voice and call out Jesus? One of the reasons could be, if Jesus passes without healing him, then Bartimaeus will have to remain a blind beggar for his entire life with no possibility of regaining his eyesight. Indeed, he had a great faith in Jesus, the divine doctor, who can do the amazing act of giving sight to the eyes. Hence, he shouted out, "Jesus." Now, let us reflect on the question, who is a doctor? A person who has been trained in the medical science, whose job is to treat people who are ill, sick, or injured. The specialty of this doctor is she or he treats the patients, but the recovery process will be really slow. This is quite natural. At times, the patients may or may not be cured. Ultimately, their duty is to bring patients into health and normalcy. Ordinary people who go to the hospitals believe that the doctors are standing in the place of God. A patient who goes to the hospital does not have the surety whether he or she would come back home healed. Due to some medical failures, ultimately death may also occur. Nowadays, different types of clinics, government and private hospitals are mushrooming. Qualified doctors who are very specialized in every part of the human body are helping the sick persons to have a good and healthy life. Thanks be to God for their faithful services to the suffering people. Today, let us meditate upon Jesus, the divine doctor. Jesus, our divine doctor, did not hold a degree. The speciality of this divine doctor is that he is specialized in every sickness and every type of healing. He is an all-rounder. Let us now go deeper into his healing ministry. What could be the reasons for people to approach Jesus, the divine doctor, today? Millions of doctors are available in the world, specialized, qualified ones. But why are people flocking to Jesus? There would be something in him which is not owned by many of the human doctors and very much unique to Jesus himself. Yes, he has a divine, life-giving power to heal every sick person, or authority to bring back the dead to life. This divine doctor is more reliable than the other doctors. Believers totally depend on him for the healing. As a result, Jesus never defeated them in the past and will never defeat them in the present and in the future. And the true believers know that. Now, let us meditate on the unique aspects of Jesus, the Divine Doctor. First, let us meditate that Jesus is the hospital. Dr. Anto Amarnath once observed the fact that wherever the Divine Doctor goes, that place becomes a hospital. For example, Peter's mother-in-law's house became a temporary hospital. Likewise, the towns, villages, and roadsides became the hospitals. Wherever people found Jesus, their quick reaction was in bringing the sick, the lame, the possessed, blind, mute, and present them in front of him so that he might heal them. There is no specific place set apart by Jesus to treat the sick people. So also, the society did not provide for him with a distinct house for healing the patients. Jesus is known as a moving doctor and a moving hospital. Being the followers of the Divine Doctor, why can't we become a shelter for the sick and a hospital for the patients? We must be the sacred presence where others can feel at home and feel free to share their problems, sufferings, and agonies. We have to try to become a true hospital for our brethren like Jesus, the Divine Doctor, so that we can also, with the help of the divine power, cure the sick, give solace to the people in despair and dejection. For example, a priest, through the administration of the sacrament of confession, can surely dispense the role of the Divine Doctor and save many souls. Secondly, he is the unique physician. Why? Were there not sufficient doctors in Jesus' time? Yes, there were. Let us take one example. A woman. The Gospel of St. Mark, chapter 5, verses 25 to 26 we see, who had been suffering from hemorrhage for 12 years. Had in fact, she underwent numerous treatments under many physicians and spent all her money for the cure. But it was in vain. She could not get cured of her disease. Nevertheless, it grew worse. However, after the arrival of the Divine Doctor, the normal doctors hardly used to get patients. People crowded around Jesus for healing because Jesus was an immediate and total healer, and he was always available for them and was an efficient and skilled doctor without demanding a fee. This Divine Doctor was at their doors in their towns and villages. Therefore, all the doctors were jobless. Women in our incident had heard about Jesus, and she met the apt doctor in him. Let us not forget that the sick looks for healers. The sickness was cured without the awareness of the doctor. The fee for her healing was only the faith in the Divine Doctor. He cured her from her prolonged disease. These days, the patients get in touch with the professional doctors because they find in them a genuine knowledge and skill for healing the disease. The divine doctor is both a physical and spiritual healer. He handled both the dimensions with wisdom and grace. Most of the sick patients were not aware of their troubles, whether it is physical or spiritual. But Jesus, the divine doctor, was able to detect the real reason for sickness, and he knew what type of treatment one needs for a holistic healing. Thus, Jesus was a success story of healing. The healed people praise God for sending a great prophet, a doctor who was never tired of attending the needy and oppressed. We are also invited to become the physical and spiritual healers for the sake of the divine doctor. We need also the divine touch and healing of Jesus in our lives, so that in turn we become the true healers for the wounded and sick. Are we ready for it? Thirdly, Jesus is the true medicine. Where there is a deep faith, the miracle takes place. We know that Jesus himself is the true medicine. How? He comes to everyone's life through the Holy Communion. This most high and esteemed sacrament is the medicine for all the spiritual and physical illness, and it is the medicine for soul and body. Through the divine medicine, our vices are being cured, our unhealthy cravings are being restrained, and our temptations are being destroyed. The divine grace is given in abundance and wholly to us. Our faith is being strengthened, hope is being reinforced, and the love is being grown and blossomed. As humans, our senses are prone to evil desires, and without the help of this divine medicine, we soon fall into greater weakness. Frequent Holy Communion and reception of other sacraments like confession and the anointing of the sick will surely keep us from the evil and build up in goodness and charity. If we fail to seek this most powerful assistance, we will be the losers. So, the divine medicine helps us to live and witness a holy life in our community. Fourthly, Jesus is the instant healer. There is not a single scriptural reference that says about Jesus after having laid his hands on someone who is sick and not being healed. All the four Gospels clearly state that as soon as Jesus wills and touches any sick person, there was an immediate effect, a miraculous healing. Matthew chapter 8 verse 23 speaks about a leper who came and knelt before Jesus saying, "Lord, if you wish, you can make me clean." And Jesus, the divine doctor, said, "Yes, I wish." And he touched the leper, and instantly he was healed. The divine doctor not only willed, but willed it lovingly. This great divine doctor can also heal the sick people through our prayers and petitions. But do we know this truth and pray sincerely for the sick and afflicted? It is good to ponder on it. The divine touch delights and miraculously heals everyone. However, most of the patients in the world are least bothered about Jesus, the divine doctor. Unfortunately, he is the last person whom the world consults. It is our duty to lead everyone to Jesus and allow everyone to experience his marvelous healing touch. We should be like the signpost to lead the hopeless and sick people to the presence of the divine doctor. Fifthly, Jesus is the life-giving doctor. Life-giver is always special. In order to get a life-giver, people would go miles, any amount. People are strongly convinced of the fact that Jesus is the life-giver. For example, Matthew chapter 9 verses 18 brings us to a ruler who came to Jesus and said, "My daughter has just died, but come and put your hand upon her and she will live." Jesus went with him without delay and took the girl by the hand, and indeed she got up to life. Isn't it possible for a human doctor to bring back a dead person back to life? No, it's not possible. But Jesus, the divine doctor, has the power to give life again. He is God Himself. The four Gospels witness that the believers never returned in vain. The belief of the father of the dead girl in Jesus made her to rise in glory. There, the funeral event turned into a joyful celebration. The prompt response from the divine doctor made the entire household happy. Her father had given nothing to Jesus but his simple and deep faith in Jesus. God also works wonders through us if we truly believe. This incident tells us that the divine doctor's touch can give a new life to the dead. In the same way, with faith in Jesus Christ, the apostles did wonders, raised the dead. The saints, through their prayers, raised the dead people. We cannot give life to the dead by ourselves, but definitely with the power of Jesus, we can do it. Sixthly, Jesus is the exorcist doctor. A Canaanite woman from the village cried out, "Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is suffering terribly from the possession of a demon." At the beginning, Jesus was reluctant, but later he said to the woman, "You have a great faith, so your request is granted." Thus, her daughter was healed from that very hour. Jesus, throughout his ministry, made the demons homeless by sending them away from human beings. Demons could not withstand the divine doctor, and a few begged him to allow them to disappear by possessing the pigs, and Jesus allowed them. Once they were sent away by the Lord, the demons never returned back to the possessed ones. In the presence of the Holy One, no evil can resist. We must make our body holy and a dwelling place for Jesus. As we conclude this meditation, let us be aware that those who are well have no need for a physician, but those who are sick indeed need one. Mark chapter 2, verses 17. While Jesus was moving from one place to another, many raised their voices for healing, and he healed every one of them. Hence, never should we give up calling him for healing. Let us not allow Jesus, the divine doctor, to pass away from us without healing us.
Heal me, Jesus, heal my soul, heal my body, heal my mind. Heal me, Jesus, heal my soul, heal my body, heal my mind. Oh my Jesus, oh divine healer, come to me, heal me in love. Oh my Jesus, oh divine healer, come to me, heal me